I got an online order for Bam.
Bam?
Bam.
You know the 8-piece and 10-piece? 15 pieces total.
Appreciate you.
How's it going?
You too. Hey. It's your time. It's his time. It's Bam's time. Bam's time to shine. Hold on. Let me scoot down. I know y'all see the scenery in the background. You know, I'm out of my usual place of work. You know what I mean? Usually I be in a room. As you can see, I'm not in my room right now. I'm downstairs. Today we got the mukbang, whatever you want to call it. WINGSTOP. Let me show y'all what I got. I don't get the fries from WINGSTOP. They're trash. I wouldn't recommend it. You know, what I would do is go put some fries in my air fryer, but I got 15 wings, so I don't even got to do all that. If I had 10 wings, then I'd do that. You know what I'm saying? Let me show y'all what I get from WINGSTOP. I might have to put these in a little, you know what I mean? I get the little, hold on. You know, I got the spice. Hold on if this will focus for me. $800 camera that don't do its job. Ain't that some shit? I got the spicy Korean wings. You know, I prefer the y'all prefer flats or legs more? Let me know in the comments. I got the garlic parmesan. That's a little too much parmesan. I do not know what they're doing right there. But I got this from, everybody knows the WINGSTOP on Deer Valley Road is trash. Not to give away the whereabouts of where I am, but I'm not on the, you know what I mean? It don't even matter. Deer Valley one, trash. Deer Valley Road, trash. The one in Brentwood is better. And the one in Pittsburgh is better. Those are the two best ones to go to. So if you eat WINGSTOP, I don't recommend you going to the one on Deer Valley Road. It's terrible. Trust me. But say my prayers first. Oh, 1 second. Hold on. My fault. I had to warm up my food a little bit more. But you know, we pray before we eat all the time. You know, if you're not a man or woman of faith, you don't have to watch this part, skip over. But this is what we do. I'm a man of faith, a child of God. Amen. So, yesterday, the Nets got swept, right? And I'm not coming on here to bash an NBA player. Y'all know I don't come on. That's not my intent. But I saw a lot of stuff that I felt like I had to talk about. I don't even. How many times have I really been doing like a basketball type of video? My YouTube started out like that, right? I don't even do basketball videos like that no more. I'm seeing a lot of Warrior fans saying that KD needed the Warriors. Yeah, KD needed the Warriors and y'all didn't need KD. If that's the case, didn't Draymond call KD to come to the Warriors? I thought that's what happened. Did the Warriors, if the Warriors didn't need him, how come in 2019 y'all didn't win the championship? KD got hurt, and then on top of that, Clay ended up getting hurt. Y'all was already losing in the series when KD wasn't playing, right? So if you didn't need KD, why don't you win that championship? Somebody tell me. Because I don't see how that makes sense. This is why people don't like Warrior fans. No disrespect to Curry and all them, but how can y'all say that y'all didn't need KD when the time he didn't play, y'all lost? Every time he didn't, the championships that y'all went to, that he wasn't there, y'all won. Y'all won one. You won more with him than without him, which is nothing wrong with that. He was on your team. It's just when y'all try to discredit what he did for y'all. Stop doing that. Me, I still stand on going to the Warriors. I would have had a pride issue. I'm not going to a team that beat me. I'm sorry. I'm just not doing that. If I don't win the championship, oh well. But to say that the Warriors didn't need KD, I'm not saying y'all can't win. Like, to say that y'all 100% can't win without him is false. But to say that he 100, y'all needed each other. to say that y'all didn't, that y'all didn't need him, y'all needed each other. Because if that was the case, you would have won in 2019. When he was hurt, y'all was losing the series. But that's enough about that, because I just don't understand Warrior fans when y'all keep saying that nonsense. Like, stop saying that shit. But let me say this. All right, clear the bone. There should be nothing left on the bone. I never forget the time in middle school somebody just came up and snatched one of my wings. I'll never forget that. I know who he is, too. I reacted to his music video on here before. Bug the Bishop. I remember when you did that. But anyway, check this out. KD was never the best player to me in the world. Ever. He's number 2, per usual. But I'm not going to erase his whole career because of this series that he just lost. But I will say this. What he did last game is what he should have been doing every other game. How many times did he catch the ball on the post, back him down once, turn around, shoot over him? He had more simple buckets. Because the first game, he was just crossover after crossover after crossover after crossover, shot. Like, he was just shooting. It was a lot of, like, bro, you can't win like that with that defense. He had a good game yesterday. But I'm going to be honest. I love Kyrie, but I have to say this about Kyrie. What Kyrie was doing, not playing, like, I respect him standing on his belief, but he said it yesterday in the interview. He said that he felt he let his team down and it was all about him. Because you don't want to get the shot. I understand. But now your team is going to suffer because of that. You say you don't need a coach. Steve Nash, as a coach, he wasn't making good adjustments, honestly. But at the end of the day, he's not the one out there playing. I get he wasn't making adjustments, but at the same token, who was holding Kyrie? Like, that's probably why James Harden left, because James Harden probably left like, bro, we came here to do this together, and everybody might feel the same way you feel, and you didn't get it. You know, KD don't seem like, we don't know him personally, and I'm not Kyrie's teammate nor his coach, so we really don't have a right to say what he should have did or what he shouldn't have did. But for those that 100% feel with, like, defend Kyrie and don't hold him accountable for anything, because like I said, I'm not his coach, I'm not his teammate. None of us are. So we really shouldn't be saying anything. But you defend everything he's been doing. I'm talking about before this whole mandate stuff. The times where he wouldn't play because he's not right mentally. Stuff like that. I understand, like, you do need to take mental breaks. That's why sometimes I don't do YouTube videos for stuff like that. But that's not an excuse at the end of the day. It's like, bro, if everybody in the NBA said that, what's gonna happen? And this is something I like Kyrie. I feel like he should have stayed with LeBron. LeBron, the only person that kept him, like, grounded. When Kyrie literally said about his Celtics teammates, these young guys don't understand, blah, blah, blah. When he had a veteran in Al Horford there on the team, right? Then he went and called LeBron, talking about he apologized for being that young guy. He took accountability. Like, so we seen LeBron was not just the problem. Y'all remember when James Harden said scary hours when Kyrie come back? I don't think James Harden knew that he was going to be gone this long. They got into it in practice, I heard, and I'm pretty sure that him not playing, him being unavailable. Like, bro, we have us three on the team. We're not gonna play any defense, but us three on the team, and we're what, the 8th seed? We're the 8th seed because we already knew they couldn't play. When Colin Sexton gave Kyrie in at 41, we been knew, like, all right, their defense is going to be a problem. They were trying to guard, but they just can't guard. But you can't get, for those that are 100% fans, I mean, for those that, like, like I said, we're not his teammate nor coaches, so we really shouldn't be saying anything. Let his teammate and coaches tell him that. But at the same time, if you defend 100% what Kyrie has done, you're just not holding him accountable at all. And this is coming from somebody who respects how he stood on his belief. I'm gonna say it again, Kyrie. You're not gonna watch this video, but I respect that, Kyrie. I respect you 100. I respect that decision you made 100%. But at the same token, every other person on your team could have felt like that, and you putting yourself before the team, which sometimes might not be as wrong, but sometimes not, because they want to get rid of Kyrie or get rid of a player. Period. The team's gonna put what they need first before him. That's probably why Kyrie's putting himself first in everything. Because if I can't, because I ain't gonna lie, Kyrie was very unavailable. He was very unavailable for his team. But if they decide to trade him, they're going to put what they need first. So I kind of understand why these players sometimes put themselves first. It's like, bro, they're going to get rid of me with no hesitation. They're going to put what they need first. So I'm going to put what I need first. I get that. But at the same time, Kyrie being so unavailable is also what kind of that became detrimental to them later on in the series. Because that's why James Harden left. What's the point in all of us being here if we're not all available to play? How many games did we play together? That's probably what he asked himself. He's like, how many games did we actually play together this year? James Harden, Kyrie, and KD played 2 games together. All 3 of them together. I don't know how that's supposed to work. They came there with a purpose and couldn't even do it because Kyrie didn't want to. You know what I'm saying? I respect it, but at the same time, it's like, bro, put your teammates, how they feel, into consideration too. But so for everybody who's saying 100, who think Kyrie's 100%, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he kind of, like, he should have stayed with like, I understand. I think there was a time LeBron said we need a point guard. And that's kind of a slap in your face to you. I'm holding LeBron. That's kind of a slap in your face to the guy whose position is point guard in Kyrie Irving. Because Kyrie was having games where he wouldn't get an assist. But it's like he's not his best asset to the team is not passing, it's scoring. I understand that. So LeBron should do was probably talk to him privately instead of making that a public thing. That's LeBron. I think that's what LeBron did. I could be wrong because I just know back in 2015, 2014, 2015, or it was one of them years. I seen it like when I was watching one of the shows they were talking about. I'm like, how did they find out about that? LeBron must have said that publicly. So if LeBron did that, that's his mistake. He shouldn't have did that. I'm gonna hold him accountable for that. But at the same time, it's like Kyrie had, in my opinion, had his best season with LeBron. 25 points, I think 6 assists. He never averaged no damn 6 assists in his career. 25 and 6. He had his best season when he won a championship. He had his best year with LeBron in my eyes. This shit hidden. You should stay with LeBron. LeBron just like, because like when he got to Boston, he did. He's not gonna get the same aspiration as LeBron because he's not as good as LeBron, or he's not, like, no disrespect, he's not as good as LeBron. He's not at LeBron's level. But like, he kind of, when he said these young guys don't understand, if LeBron says something like that, or it's like, oh, you're throwing your teammates under the bus. He said that when he had a person who'd been in the NBA for 12 years on his team, and Al Horford, who was actually kind of good for their team. And then he called LeBron and apologized, saying that he understands now what he was trying to do for him and stuff like that. So now, it's like, damn, history's kind of repeating itself. It's like, bro, because it don't seem like there's a lot of, we're not in the locker room, but it doesn't seem like there's a lot of like holding players accountable for stuff. It seems like a lot of, man, it's what he wants to do. But it seems like a lot of just be likable types. I think that's why James Harden was out of there. People saying that was a bad trade. It probably was bad, but if I'm James Harden, I probably want to get traded too. I ain't gonna say I want to get traded. I'll try to fix the situation, but that probably took a toll. Like, bro, we all came here, and it's like we all talked about the Nets doing something, and then boom, nothing happened. We seen, because they could have been at full capacity. They could have been, but Kyrie didn't want to do it. They could have been at their full capacity. We all know they don't play no defense, but they could have had their 3 stars. So as far as KD getting swept in the first round, I'm not going to take away his whole career. He was never better than LeBron, though. Y'all need to stop with that. He was the best player. He was never better than LeBron James, ever. But at the same time, the game 1, he didn't play good. Game 2, didn't play good. Game 3, he just didn't shoot enough. Still didn't play good. Game 4, he had 39. You know? I feel, and it's crazy because Isaiah Thomas has said the same thing. The one who still plays. He has said, you can't ISO in this type of defense. You have to be off the ball, set screens for other people, get going in transition that opens up the floor. KD was it was dribble, pull up. Like, it was shots he can make, but it was like, bro, you gotta, like, he went 0 for 10 in the second half. You can't score like a backdoor layup. You can't catch just like the fake buckets, the buckets that aren't all skill, quote unquote. You couldn't get one of those buckets. Because everybody's version, because that's why I said that would never, I'm not even trying to make this about Bron, but that's why I said that would never happen to Bron. Because Bron's going to get a rebound and a putback. He's getting a rebound and getting a putback. He's scoring off the ball. He's going to get a backdoor layup, the simple buckets, the non-skilled buckets, if that's what you guys want to call them. He's going to get something like that. You can't sit here and tell me that LeBron's going to go 0 for 10 in the second half. Because that's, I think, the reason why he went 0 for 10. Because out of all those 10 shots, were any of them like a basic bucket? Okay, maybe he just caught at the elbow, jab, shot a mid-range. Like, all right, heavily contested mid-range. Like, okay, I guess you could call that. Like, he just jabbed and shot it. But you mean to tell me, because if you saw in game 4 yesterday, caught the ball, moved out the ball, caught the ball on the post, and Jaylen Brown, one dribble, fake, shot. Put his shoulder in his chest, turn around, shot. That's what I was saying he should have been doing the whole series. You do that, you got to get some easy buckets. That's why it was so hard for me to believe, like, man, he ain't score a backdoor layup. He didn't, like, a simple just backdoor, offensive rebound, put back and one. Like the fake buckets that, people call them fake buckets. It's not real skill. It's like when you post nothing but transition. It's like you post nothing but fast break points on Instagram. Like, you all have that. Those are fake buckets. You couldn't get a quote unquote fake bucket that matter. They're not really fake buckets. It's just the world has you confused, thinking everything got to be a Kyrie highlight type of thing. You couldn't get a fake, like, you couldn't get a rebound putback. God, that's bad. So he was never the best player in the world. I'm not saying from this series he was just never was the best, because that alone and other things, like him trying to be a facilitator while getting himself going. LeBron does that all the time, and sometimes struggle getting himself going being a facilitator, but for the most part he's doing both. So pretty much Kyrie not playing 100%. I like Kyrie, but that shot him in the foot too. Kyrie not being available for mental health purposes or whatever, that shot them in the foot too. Like, you got to play. You have to. I'm sorry, you have to play. I hate to sound like I'm not an analyst. I don't do that. That's why I don't even do these videos. But this is just a good topic. I decided to come on here and talk about it. My opinion doesn't matter. Hey, that's up to y'all. I'm just saying, you have to be available for your team. You have to be. That's what that shot them in the foot. KD carried them, honestly, because Kyrie wasn't even able to play. He carried them in the regular season, if we're being honest. Let's see how my bones are. That's how your chicken bones needs to be. It should be naked after that, you know what I mean? Anyways, though, hope y'all like this video. Let me know if you want me to do more videos like this, more mukbangs. I try to switch it up, do it in a different area, different environment. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Join BamTime, join the community. Rest in peace to Carly, rest in peace X, rest in peace my grandma, both our grandmas, and I'm out.